Good afternoon, people. It's Independence Day, or as we would say, July 4th. We have to take into account that it is July 4th, but when did we really have our independence? As black people in America, we still fighting daily for our independence. So today I just want to bring awareness to a few things. Thanks for tuning in and giving me the support that you guys been giving me. It's been very well taken in. I've been very well accepted, and I'm really grateful and blessed that you guys are even listening to me. That's a big deal. Um, I thought a lot about just talking about the holiday, a little bit about the 4th of July from the standpoint of it's supposed to be to gain independence for our country and for the fallen soldiers. And I have family that were in the military, and of course, everybody has their own individual story and tagline about what America is to them. I want to speak about what America is to the man of color, the black man. A lot of times, it is opportunities. It's always an opportunity because you make your own opportunities. You can't pigeonhole yourself and say, just because I'm black, I can't do certain things. We hold the destiny of what we want to do. It's all about the will and to be able to just be in competition. A lot of times when you think about doing things, you have to kind of think about, am I in competition with other people or am I in competition with myself? And in order to sustain any real wealth in America, especially as a person of color or as a person, period, you have to learn to feel confident in yourself so that you can make money on your own with your own merit and doing it for yourself, not doing it for a company that you work for. It's important to learn that in order to build some type of wealth, you have to understand what are you interested in, what drives you, what excites you, what do you think excites other people when they see it. Like, if I come up with this idea, can I sell it? Is it marketable? But another thing you have to worry about is when you have these different types of ideas and things of that nature, you need to make sure that you don't tell everyone about it. Because the minute you tell somebody about it and you have a clear vision that you're going to be successful doing it, they might take your idea and use it. And because you didn't create a patent for it or did anything to cover it before you started with the idea, that person stole your idea and now they're using it and they're profiting from it. So as people, we have to understand the importance of keeping things to ourselves until we bring it into fruition. It's very important to mastermind what you feel is important to you. Everything that everybody does is not for everyone. Everybody don't have the same business savvy mentality. When you come from people that have been in business like myself, I come from like lineages of family members that were in business. My grandmother was in business, my mom, they were in business for over 3 or 4 to 5 decades doing child care development. There's money out here to make. You just have to have the resources. And in order to have the resources, you have to educate yourself. It's important to buy a lot of different literature, buy a lot of different books, and read. Reading is not just fundamental, reading is resourceful. Reading is the key guide to open up opportunities for yourself. And a lot of times when you're just reading, you can read an inspirational book and you can just get ideas of how to market yourself and say, you know what? Before I didn't have the courage to do this, but now that I'm looking at different writings by different people that has formulated in their mind that I can be successful. I can be successful. It just takes me to believe in me. If you don't believe in yourself, who else will? But first, you got to first put that man first. Put God first. You put God first, everything always works out for you. It's very pertinent to understand the value of yourself. Once you value you, then you don't have to worry about how anybody else thinks of you because it'll carry out to the people that you're trying to represent yourself in front of. So in order to be a business-minded, business-savvy person, it's important that you understand who you are, what you stand for. Are you all of are you all talk, or are you about your business? Are you just gonna talk about stuff, or are you just gonna run your mouth? A wise person always told me, you have so much to talk about, so stop talking my head off and make something happen. Do something for the people so the people can see you are very, very smart and very marketable, but you got to put yourself out there. You can't be shy. You can't be scared. You put yourself out there, and then the people will see who you are as a person, who you are as an individual. So I had to take that into consideration because I do a lot of talking, and I have a lot of absorbed knowledge from years and years of knowledge, and from a lot of readings and a lot of writings that I've done, and just communicating with a lot of different people. I've come across a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, but I got a lot of knowledge too. So why don't I spread the knowledge to the people so I can educate those that need the knowledge that can help them to be successful? On this 4th of July, it's just been a very resilient time to reflect, have reflection time, just thinking about my life last year, my life in the previous years, and just looking at the evolution of myself as a man. I see a lot of mistakes that I've made in the last year, but that has made me more of an in tune man to who I need to be today. My goal is to reach the highest potential of me. Believe in God first. Let Him be the person that gets all the benefits of what I do. And that is myself giving myself unto Him and just saying, God, use me for what you need me to do. Use me for what you want me to do. Use me to help someone. Each one teach one. That's another thing I want to just bring a real quick snippet. Me and my best friend are working on a new podcast, and that's gonna be the name of the podcast. So look out for Each One Teach One. It's really gonna come real hard in your podcast community because we're gonna have issues talking about black men in America. But I don't want to give you too much right now because then I'm gonna give too much. So stay tuned for that. We got that coming up for you real soon. Just getting back to reflecting on business mind. In order to be a business-minded person, of course, you got to exude confidence. You got to know when you walk into the room, people see you first. You don't have to open your mouth. They like, this dude has a lot of confidence. So with him having the confidence that he has, we know he can sell the product that he's trying to sell to us. So that's important. Another thing is carrying yourself with respect. When you carry yourself with respect, people demand respect when people see you, so they're going to give you respect. If you demand respect, you only going to get it because they see that's the only thing you're going to stand for. Like the old saying is, if you go for anything, you'll stand for anything. You have to learn that I'm important. I will be successful. I will be resilient. I'm a black king. I'm a king of kings. I come from kings and lineages of kings on top of kings. And I'm meant for greatness. And I'm going to be great. And on top of the being great, I'm going to be successful. But it's very important to believe in you. Once you believe in you, nothing or no one can stop you but you. You are your own worst enemy to yourself. And once you realize that, you will see how much more you are in tune to the world. When you understand that I can do anything through Christ Jesus who strengthens me, then you this really ain't that hard. I'm making it harder than it has to be. It's easy. It's all about what you make of it. You are your own worst enemy. If you don't take the time to better yourself and make yourself a better individual, then how can you make somebody else better and believe in you? You got to first love yourself. And that's a lot of things that a lot of us don't know. And I had to learn that even talking about this whole business mentality. You got to love you first. Once you love you first, you can accomplish anything because once you love yourself, you're going to have the confidence that you need, that you can do anything. That's important. It's vital. Love you first. But you love God ultimately over everything first. But until you love yourself first, completely correctly, you can't love another person. You can't give them the correct love and desires that they need in order to make them feel like they are safe. You need to make sure you know these things in order to enter in different developments in your life. And once you get all these things in connection with one another, everything's going to coincide, and it's just going to be so easy to just come up with new, revitalized ideas. And it's just gonna make everything much more polished. So today on this 4th of July, I just want to just give I just wanted to give a little bit of knowledge to my people, to all people, to understand that it's important to believe in you. On this Independence Day, I hope I help someone. Each one teach one. I love you guys. Have a beautiful 4th of July evening.